So they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down. Yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make we shout. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo. Politico, this one not day off in mind. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dodo.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dodo. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me again tonight from wherever you are watching from. Please take your time. Read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Hear it. Like the broadcast. Tell your friends, your not so friendly friends, I mean your frenemies, that's Mayegun today.
Ani esuraki. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esuraki. Ani esuraki. Lórí Facebook. Ani esuraki.
Thank you so much.
The
writer for this broadcast tonight is like the follow-up on what Peter Obi or his reactions to the news that Nigeria has gotten so bad that they are begging for food from a war on Ukraine. The actions have been following. There is an APC governor who was at the event who also agreed with Obi. His name is Umar Bago. Even though they say you cannot shame the shameless, but you shouldn't stop telling the shameless people about the shameful things that they are proud of. That shouldn't make you mellow. Yes, you cannot shame the shameless, or show them their shame. Motide. And thank you so much once again for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Okay, it is Mayegun Live. Yesterday, It was actually yesterday afternoon that the news broke that 2 days ago, Ukraine, the war-torn Ukraine, gave 25,000 tons of grains as a gift to a starving Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria, the supposed that the giant of Africa, the giant of Africa, has gotten to a stage whereby our people are, they are starving. Nigerians are starving. Nigerians are poor. No thanks to APC, Egbekegbe, to the point that Nigeria is so poor. Nigerians are so wretched that Ukraine had to help save some of these hungry Nigerians in northern part of Nigeria. And I think that is what prompted the Peter Obi's reaction, that a region that should be so rich in agriculture and agricultural money, that they are so poor because of mismanagement, corruption, and insecurity, that a country that is fighting war is offering food to northern states where people are living in extreme multi-dimensional poverty. I think that got the guy talking. I'm going to go straight to it. So they gave him the award as the politician of the year, Peter Obi. And this is what he had to say at the event. That's where we're going to start from, ladies and gentlemen. Here.
Mr. President, being represented here, and His Excellency the Governors, let me very respectfully stand on all due and existing protocols. First is to most sincerely thank leadership for this event. Thank our keynote speaker. Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. And I thank all that are gathered here. For me, I always say this award is, I'm grateful to the Almighty God that I had this opportunity, and always opportunity whenever possible. I've said it just every day. I am not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. I'm desperate to see Nigeria fight poverty. And I listened to what the keynote speakers said today. And you could see it in my tweet yesterday. We have no reason being part of poverty in the world, especially in the North. The North have no reason to be poor. We make more money in this country from agriculture than we make from oil any day, anytime. Because it's happening everywhere. I read yesterday that Ukraine is giving Nigeria grain. Ukraine is at war. The whole of northern Nigeria is 268,000 square kilometers. Ukraine is 603,000 square kilometers. They have no reason to give us grain because we have the land. Why are they giving us grain? Because 60% of their land is cultivated, 60% of our own is uncultivated. And the people even say it's for Northeast. I might be governor of Niger State is here. Niger State can feed Nigeria. Niger State can feed Africa. Niger State is occupying 76.3 thousand square kilometers of land. They can feed Nigeria. Netherlands, with 33,000 square kilometers, which Niger State is twice, exported last year $25 billion of agricultural products. Niger State can do 5% of that, which is $6 billion. They don't need to come to Abuja. Northeast is collapsing. They say there's a problem in the Northeast. It shouldn't be. The two biggest states in Northeast, Borno and Taraba combined. Borno alone is over 70,000 square kilometers. Taraba is 54,000. Two of them combined is 125,000 square kilometers, 4 times the size of Belgium, at 30,000 square kilometers. And Belgium is doing over 20 billion export. There's so much we can do with this country. Let people stop wasting everybody's time and put these young people that are giving us problems in terms of criminality out of poverty, and you reduce criminality. The more you put people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality. It's a simple, people make it look difficult. Let's invest in the North. We have what it takes to make Nigeria. Let's do it now. Thank you. God bless you.
That's Peter Obi, where he was honored with the politician of the year. He was there rolling out number, even though an average APC, Bekebe, will ask you, Shena statistics, we go chop. And statistics go feed us. Of course, statistics is what would lift you out of poverty. Statistics is the number you work with. If you really have development or developmental idea inside you. But a lot of them just believe that, manufacturing numbers, bogus, fictitious numbers, and ridiculous, assumptions, they believe them more than the real thing. But this guy was there. The guy that said that they should not bring any food to the South again, or nobody should come and pack or buy food in his states. Because his own technique is to fight, the way to fight poverty, hunger in Niger State is to stop people from coming to buy the food. Unfortunately, the people themselves are so poor that they can't afford any food. But the guy was at that place, and I caught his face where he was like, But the guy is not a total novice. He was a banker. Their governor in Niger is a banker, or he was a banker. And then is now a politician. And he seems to also be interested in that same politics, right? That agricultural prosperity somehow, right? I would rather talk about those who are doing it than those who are kind of, talking about it. And that guy at that event, I bet probably Obi himself knows or knew what he was up to. Today, the news broke that the governor of Kebbi State, another poor state that shouldn't be poor in Nigeria, spent God knows how much anyway. But here is the governor of Kebbi State, another poor state in Nigeria, who bought a 24 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Jeeps, 24 of them for their lawmakers. Okay, is a poor state. Meanwhile, if you have to value each of these car, it's pretty much over 100 million naira, maybe 150 million, maybe 200 million naira each, using their own standard of what they buy, right? Now, if you multiply 200 million times 24, that is what they have expected. And meanwhile, this money, before they could buy those cars, they had to convert the Nigerian naira to dollars before they will import them. They bought them from where? Japan. So which means they have enriched the economy of Japan. In Nigeria, they have 3 car manufacturers in Nigeria. But Nigerian government never believe in them. Not once, not any. In the north, they had one. In the west, there is one. In the east, there is one. In Nigeria, you see all these billions and hundreds of millions of dollars they are using to buy cars. Rather than invest in the real sector that can, enrich the life of the people, they would rather take the money out. And this is just one state, Kebbi. There are 35 other states, including Abuja. In the face of the poverty, in the face of they are working to bring blah, 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 right? While others continue to collect their allocation and then blow it. My attention caught that Bago guy. And I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to continue to monitor him like that of Sheyi Makinde. The problem is that Niger State has more than 20 different terror groups operating in Niger State alone. Different Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, and the rest of them. In fact, in Niger State, almost half of Niger State is controlled by different terrorists, not fully in control of the government. Farmers are paying taxes to terrorists in Niger. But this guy seems to be investing in areas where, I don't know if he's protecting their same investment, right? Now, here is this guy. They saw him somewhere in his own state, investing in agriculture is beyond just giving people money. It actually requires, the real government investment. And if it's going to be private, right? Mechanized farming. If Nigeria wants to be out of starvation, hunger, food inflation in the next 2-3 years, Nigeria would need to invest in at least more than 80,000 tractors. They say if Nigeria want to be out of the wood, Abby, but there is no plan that you will be, okay? However, this Niger State guy, I saw this first, right? It got all this for their farmers in Niger. I don't know how much of effect this has sort of has on the food production in the state, okay? But this is physical. This is not using cutlass and hoes to cultivate the land. This, right? And they said that currently in Nigeria only has about less than 5,000 tractors, the whole country, the whole Nigeria. And there's no guarantee that all these 5,000 tractors are working. Okay? Meanwhile, in the areas where they are really working, there is no guarantee that there is the security in the areas, right? Will actually protect all those produce and all that, okay? But for this guy, it's commendable, right? And being inside the same hall with Obi, and there he was like nodding, agreeing that it's true. Hi. So I'm the governor of a state that could become so rich that I could be making more than $6 billion from my agricultural produce alone. I may not even have to bother about Abuja again. Wow. Meanwhile, now the guy himself, this is what I show you the picture, Abi. Here is the video from his own state. But before I play you the video, I want you to listen to what he had to say, responding to Peter Obi inside that hall, talking about their chances if to say you had a real leader. He also agreed that it is a shame. No, it's a shame. Man, it's a shame, Obi. We agree that it's a shame that we are so poor in northern Nigeria that the war-torn Ukraine had to come and give us grain and food in order to be able to fight and feed our poor people in northern Nigeria. Yet they have the land. While some of them are using their own monthly allocation to buy guns for the Fulani terrorists they are sending down south so that they can claim land or get land for Ruga or whatever it is. Well, this guy seems to be using part of his own money to really invest in that agriculture. And I kind of like, it's not just politicians with all talks, no action, right? Listen to his response to what will be said in that all.
We have cleared deliberately over 1 million hectares of land. So, my boss, you are very right to what you have said. We have no reason to be poor. People may not like you, but they must hear you. Because what you say is the gospel truth. Nigeria needs to be productive. You cannot be out of poverty unless you start to produce. I'm not an advocate of handout or palliatives too. I don't believe in it. So it is high time we tell ourselves the basic truth. We need to feed ourselves. And it's a shame for people like Ukraine in the war to be giving us food. But I assure you in this room today, leadership group, the next award you will give me, if you will ever give me, is the largest producer of food in 2024. Federal government is doling out 42,000 metric tons of grains. And by June, I will give out only in Niger State 100,000 metric tons of food. And it's deliberate.
That's the guy, that Bago guy, right? Because there is actually evidence that he is trying something. He's not just talking. Okay? So he's told Obi that, when he said people may not like you, he's talking about the rogues in government. There was a Tinubu representative at that gathering too, in that gathering. So Tinubu representatives came up and said, there's nothing shameful in collecting food from a war-torn country now. Because Tinubu is doing everything to make sure that Nigerians don't starve. Nigerians are not hungry. So that is why Tinubu will take help from anywhere there is help, including if he has to do Bambi Allah for them. Right? Whatever Obi is talking about, right? There's nothing wrong in it. So this guy came out and said, well, it's true. It is actually true. Nigerians have no reason to be poor. If the politicians in northern Nigeria are not using their federal monthly allocation to sponsor terrorism, maybe the northern Nigeria, which has been the blanket, the dark cloud on the rest of Nigeria, okay? If they say Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world, 90% poverty in Nigeria emanated from the north. In fact, it's very sad and sadder than what you can imagine it is. Whatever poverty we are facing in the rest part of in the other part of Nigeria today, they emanated from northern Nigeria, where terrorism has taken over everywhere, including running us out of our farms in the south. Trust me, this all started from there, right? And the guy agreed. He said, if you want to reduce crime, then you need to get this young, unemployed army of youth off the streets and get them fully engaged. He agreed. In his own states, this is what he's been doing. I'll show you what I found. This one is just as recent as February, just last month.
We thank God we've started receiving delivery of these tractors from John Deere. This is the first batch. We're optimistic that before the end of this month, we'll have assembled over 300 of these tractors and over 1,000 of the handheld as the first phase. We're expecting over 1,000 of these tractors in the next 6 months, and that our bulldozers are already working in the bushes clearing land. We have cleared over 1 million hectares to date, and that we're expecting delivery kits on irrigation. We have investment, we have a partnership, we have signed MOUs with a lot of government and agencies of government. This is the only way out for us as a country and as a people. We need to be able to feed ourselves. Following the Mr. President's food security agenda, Niger State has provided itself as a pilot state to propel agriculture because we are agrarian. We have no reason to be poor. If you are a farmer, you'll benefit. We are not dashing people. What we are doing as a government is that we are preparing land, providing inputs, using our machineries to prepare for you. Once you're ready to go to the farm, we'll let you go, we'll do it for you and hand it over to you. You finish production, we'll off-take it, and this brings prosperity to the people.
Moro, 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 bago, amajimo, amado, moro, bago, moro.
Do you understand? I saw that. And that is worth, is worthy of, follow-up and monitoring. So we see how that goes. Now, if somebody is talking about, we are trying to end hunger, and all of that. If that guy is talking, you should listen to him. No, I'm just saying, I will listen to him. Not look out for what, for him to fail or no. You see, when you do something that's actually going to have impact on the lives of the people, the real one, we can tell than the jamboree, which is mostly for the photo op and the show off. So I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's something. That's something there. So afterward, right, I think on another occasion, so Obi and his deputy, I think it's at the same place as well, is Obi and his dirty guy. So they took up the case of a guy, of a young man, a keke rider, those keke tricycle, that somebody left or forgot money in his bike or inside his bike, and the guy returned the money in full. So they therefore decided to compensate him with a scholarship. This is what we'll be able to say anyway. Listen.
A while ahead, you are in SSS2. Forthwith, I've consulted with my young brother and everything, and I know there will be other things coming from the big men who are here, but from us, from now, your education, tuition, accommodation, feeding, till you graduate will be taken care of by the base university. Thank you. I know other.
That is a university, base university, Abuja. So that's why he gave it. Reuben Abati. Have you heard his reaction to Tinubu's sons acting as part of the diplomatic sort of a corps, something like that? What do you call those one who follows your president anywhere? They're not diplomatic delegate or team or something, right? So Abati was surprised and shocked. I don't know if that is just like reactionary, but Abati was like, listen, guys, what exactly is the work of Tinubu's sons? What's the work of Sheyi? What is the work of Yinka? Both sons of Tinubu that followed him to Qatar. You see that Qatar, the story of that Qatar is even more shameful than what we thought or what we heard. So I'm going to give you a backstory. The backstory of that Qatar trip was that, you see, Qatar and the Qatar Foundation, Qatar Foundation, there's their leader called Ibn Lim, I don't know. That's their leader there. Okay. You know, he's an Emirati, an Emirate. In 2022, when the full details, for the first time, the full details of Tinubu's heroin trafficking in America hit the airwaves, David Hundeyin, who has now become the sworn enemy of the bat idiot, the bat starts, broke the news, and it was more or less like putting a noose around the neck of Kolu. Nigerians were given the true picture of their drug dealing, heroin trafficking, and money laundering Kolu. Typical Nigerians, they stood and said that they would, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the Abubakus now, because like everybody really rejected Kolu. For the first time, I've never seen anybody who is fighting legitimacy like Kolu. It is really, really depressing for him, you would say. So David told all of us, and unmask the real Kolu, Teresa Mendoza, Abuja, Remi Werekwe, Kolu's wife, who is also a drug and heroin trafficker, and the rest of them who have like the ring, the syndicate of drug heroin trafficking in Chicago at the time. We didn't know that the Arab world also saw the news. In fact, they saw it so much that they were so interested in it. They invested, like so many other people around the world, invested in that your charade. And like the rest of the world, I bet they were so disappointed too. Like, God damn it. A drug dealer is now God damn it. This Qatar had to give David Hundeyin an award for a job well done exposing Pablo Escobar, the Jaga Banditi, Jaga Addicti, Ashiwaju awon ole. They gave David, they first sent him a letter to say, well done. We hope this email meets you. We hope this message meets you well. You are doing a wonderful job. Keep it up. We've got an award for you for exposing the Pablo Escobar that is about to be president of Nigeria. So eventually this call rigged himself in. How? How did he do it? Oh, Nigeria was going to go up now. Nigeria is going to go up in smoke. There's going to be trouble. There's going to be problem. Oh, there's no problem. There's no trouble. Now, this criminal is knocking at their door. He wanted to come and see them. He has a business for them. No.
No, Haram. No, don't, no. They rejected him. They responded respectfully and said, don't come. We know their house. Nobody go their house. Call who wrote them again. It no matter. Anybody wait there, tell them say they come. Our leaders won't be around. It don't matter. Just tell them that we are coming. He had to force himself to go to that Qatar. And now he's pretty much like to display more impunity. According to APC, Egbekegbe, Sheyi and Yinka, they do not have to have job. They are president's sons. Sheyi is a successful businessman who is business. Sheyi is successful. Yinka is a successful business. Just like their grandpa with their Beokuta. I am talking about the wool-headed confessor. I want to return to rice to Thailand. I want Thailand rice merchants, right? They were living off you. I mean, it could just have been like Donald Trump. What's that Donald Trump's daughter's name again? What's her name again? That Donald Trump's daughter that was appointed by her dad. That is something. Call Sheyi, give Sheyi job. Okay? You can even make Sheyi ambassador to America. Nigeria ambassador to America. Send Sheyi. Yinka, Nigeria ambassador to UK. Fine. Or make Sheyi your protocol officer. Ivanka. God bless you, Ivanka Trump. I don't know how I quickly forgot her name. Sincerely speaking, I quite really admire the young lady. Have you seen Ivanka Trump acting acting on behalf of her father on an assignment? Have you ever seen her? Give your son job. You can even make him your protocol officer. Or you can even, make him your chief of staff. Give him a job to say, okay, now if he goes anywhere with you, is what? I mean, all that fund, the payment for all of that, right? The funding for that, it will actually be justified, Abby. That's not why they wanted that. They don't want any responsibility. They are the president Pekin. So Abati was mad. I don't know if he was mad or he's kind of acting it too. I'll show you. Here is Abati's reaction.
All right, we see Sheyi and Yinka Tinubu there. People are asking, what portfolio do they hold? Was this what is their position there at this point? Let me take this tweet from Brother Bath. He wrote, Nigerians must stop Tinubu from taking his sons, Sheyi, for official state matters. It is dangerous. 1. Why are Nigerians keeping quiet while Bola Tinubu mess Nigeria with impunity? Here is Sheyi Tinubu as part of presidential team to Qatar state visit. This is the same president's son that took the presidential jet for leisure to go watch polo game in Kano. 3. What laws of Nigeria allows a president to take his children as official delegates to state visits? 4. What kind of passport does Sheyi Tinubu hold presently? 5. How much longer will this nonsense continue? 6. Well-meaning Nigerians, elites, must rise and address this gradual destruction of Nigeria as a state under rule of law. Dr. Bati, over to you.
Okay, first, you are talking about those two boys there.
Yeah. Men.
Yeah, well, I don't know how old they are. I'm sure I'm much older than they are.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that first Nigerians complained that they should not have been on the delegation. We asked about the bona fide. The issue we raised then is that, yes, if their father is paying for them to be there, fine. I also raised the question, if they have the relevant qualifications, if they are business people in their own right, and they can bring investment and they will make a contribution, okay, maybe, then, you say, okay, they have a reason to be there. But what I find disturbing in that video that we just showed is that in terms of the order of protocol, I spent 4 years studying diplomacy. And I'm not boasting about it.
Right.
I took courses, I took exams, and all of that. I read the books. They were coming in terms of the order of protocol before the ministers of the Federal Republic. Now, what is their role there? That they will come, they are even put there before the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Who is going to explain that protocol arrangement, to us as Nigerians. And then further, may we begin to ask, what do the president's children, what do they do for a living? I mean, by the time I was their age, I don't know specifically how old they are, but from looking at them, by the time I was their age, I was doing something concrete with my life. PhD. I was not, I got a PhD at 24.
Yes!
I wasn't depending on any father.
Absolutely not.
So people must get to a stage in their lives where they hold themselves together. I don't want adults behaving like invalids, hanging around. Just because your father is in a position, or his children of privilege sometimes overdo it.
Yeah.
And these are boys that will probably have wives at home. Some of these girls, what they go through is very embarrassing. You can't have a husband that's just hanging around.
Wow.
That cannot stand on his 2 feet.
All right, we see Seyi and Yinka Tinubu there. People are asking, what portfolio do they hold?
Impunity upon impunity. Make impunity they carry, or impunity might be impunity me. Impunity will swallow impunity. And when the impunity can't get to the power, what do you call that thing again? Raise to power 100. Everybody go lose you go lose all your mind soon. Don't worry. It's not they see. They just, because they push a year and Yinka before your minister. Who are those ministers? Minister of the Federal Republic. You go see your ministers, under Tinubu. Some of them you go still see scandal where minister go they kneel down, they beg Seyi. Me and Papa no sack them. You go see minister, they kneel down, they prostrate, they beg for Lashade. And I don't understand waiting people with the Lagos, right? Actually pass through before they finally give up, because I think they've given up. You have no idea. You will have the idea soon. So it's an insult. You can't shame the shameless, they say, right? But let those be on record. So Abati was mad. How could they do that? But it was right too. But Mama will be honest though. Me, I am 40 years old. Seyi is 38 years old. Yinka is 41 or 42 or thereabout. Yinka is older than me. Seyi is younger than me. We are both, all of us can be in the same circle, right? I've got what I am doing with my life, right? These are guys who are not small boys. They are family men. They've got wives. They've got children, right? However, what were they doing before now that you have to leave all of that? Whether you are, you should have career now. Like you've got career. I don't know. Like you should have your life in a way that even if you have to be with your father, right? It should, okay. There's no point in going there, okay? It's Nigeria where anything goes, okay? But normally, right? You'll be like, what happened to your life? Do you put your life on hold? Because your papa is president in a place, right? Well, of course you would have to, because the country is called Nigeria and it's in Africa, right? So yeah, nobody is going to praise you that you didn't come and join them to steal money or come and join them to oppress the others or push this impunity. Nobody go praise you. Say, you are so... No. Join them, destroy everything, scatter everything, okay? May everybody see how they will live with that. Either Sabati. Sorry, you might be younger. You might get your PhD at 24. Your papa no be president, okay? So we will probably never know. And it is Nigeria. It's a place where anything goes. Do not feel sorry for those who are there to help themselves. There is nobody inside Tinubu's government that is not there to help himself or herself. Do you understand? Sabati should know. So may everybody just enjoy the impunity. They have 11 private jets, 11 presidential jets in Nigeria. Do you know that? Yes, 9 of them are proper aircraft, okay? 4 of them, in fact, they have about 13 anyway. So 4 of them, they are choppers, helicopters. Do you understand? So Tinubu using one, his wife using one, Senate president using one, speaker using one, some of, their children using maybe 2, like that. Now, so they share them all. So if Sheyi like, you can take one of the presidential jets and just fly to the Maldives. Now complain, now go complain. Eh? Just so you know, nobody gives a damn about how you feel as a typical Nigerian. So if they don't care how you feel, why do you care how they will feel if you decide to break everything up and save everyone's life? Why do you care? I mean, they are complaining about poverty, no food, no this, no that. Ukraine giving them food and all that. Baba, these rogues don't give a damn about you. They said they will build a new house for shitty man. Everybody reacted. No way. No. What is this? Kiniko. You cannot do that. How can you spend 15 billion? Nigerians are poor. Nigerians, yeah. Where the wicked has continued the building. I hope you know that. They will soon finish them. But you know the ridiculous thing is that they are building a house for the vice president of Nigeria. And this construction is not being done by the supposed Nigerian engineers. For security reason, you will say, hey, why would you build the house for the vice president of a country and it's being built by the Arabs, being built by the Germans? You see the joke? The joke is on you. Americans who build the White House didn't build the White House with people who are not Americans. I want to believe that. Because where your president, the president of your country or the vice president of your country lives or sleeps or goes, there are some level of security, wherever that is attached to that. But Nigeria is a place where anything goes. They are more interested in the money they want to make from that white elephant project that doesn't add any value. Shitty man is not homeless. Fake Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Agbowoni Babaoja, who was Boko Haram's special advisor on burial arrangement, condolences visit, and trader money. Pastor Ruga, he wasn't homeless. He was living a luxury life. You know that? Before this shitty man came, they needed 15 billion naira house for him to be built by the Arabs. In Nigeria, the joke is on you. Take a look at Wike, who gives no shit about you or how you feel. They will build it, he said it. They will finish it because they've got the money. They've paid the contractors. They've spent over 10 billion just between December and March. December and the end of February, they have spent almost 10 billion on dismounted blocks. Take a look.
We already procured all our materials, aluminium, wooden doors, cabling, HVAC. We also brought 2 generators for this site, which we have already installed also there. The tiling is ongoing. As you can see, the tiling for the water staffs. Also swimming pool, we start preparation also by the bank.
Bakamo,
Three or four places. I want to know your impression of what you have seen on ground, especially the quality of work.
Well, I have to commend the various contractors, the Arab contractors and the Jealous Beggar. The first site we went is what?
Arab contractors and Julius Berger. I told you that in Nigeria, you have people who are graduates of civil engineering, smart guys, amazing guys. For some reason, they're just not good enough for the criminals running and ruining Nigeria. They always have their friends, the Arabs, their friends from, Shaguri. Where are those Shaguri brothers from again, by the way? Remind me. Where did the Shaguri comes from? The confidant for Tinubu. I hope you know that. The Shaguri, the same criminal Shaguri, our Shaguri brothers, money launderers, gun runners, the friends of Abacha, among those who help siphon your own your own Commonwealth. Shaguri, that's the guy that is Tinubu's confidant. Where did they come from again? I'm going to go read that. Lebanon. ṣé kò ṣe àwọn Hamas nìyẹn? Hamas. Shaguri and Co. They are the companies that are qualified to build this or build that. What happened to your own League of Nigerian Engineer? League of Nigerian this, League of that, because if they begin to invest in you and begin to ask you to really design your country, something that you can now begin to see your hands and say, this is our country, this is Nigerian made, this is Nigerian built, this is Nigerian design, and the rest of that. You have nothing. There is no originality. If there should be, it will be difficult to launder money, to steal money. You know that? Because they will need to pay you in Naira, not dollars. Anyway, Sha, when they finish with all that bogus, overinflated contract is used to steal money, then they will go and use the money and begin to build estates in Abuja. And like Ekpe, they will build the estate, build different houses, then they will disappear. Empty houses everywhere, empty mansions everywhere, built with stolen money, blood money, drug money, all illegal money, in the name of trying to clean it. Go to Abuja now. You will see hundreds of thousands of unoccupied buildings, mansions, abandoned. Guess those who abandoned them? Your criminal politicians who probably will never want them to be seen as the owner, since they can't claim the ownership, so they just left them there to rot. Take a look at this one.